Greetings from Koome Islands in Mukono District, Uganda, in the middle of Lake Victoria.
Restoring rare and threatened trees in Koome Archipelago, Mukono District, Uganda.
We are planting Prunus africana, which is very rare and highly threatened tree species in Koome Islands.
In the heart of Lake Victoria lies Koome Sub-county in Mukono District, a cluster of beautiful islands rich in natural heritage and biodiversity. For generations, these islands have provided food, water, medicine, timber, and cultural value to the communities that call them home.
We hold a project about conservation of rare and endangered or threatened species, tree species.
The indigenous forests of Koome are more than just collections of trees. They are living ecosystems that support wildlife, protect soils, regulate water cycles, and sustain local livelihoods. Today, however, this natural treasure faces unprecedented challenges. Local residents say that over the years, increasing pressure from human activities has taken a heavy toll on Koome's indigenous forests.
In Koome, right now, the statistics of trees or forestry has declined. Mostly, I think if we can measure in percentage, I think it's 70% down. The forests are not there completely.
The situation worsened as fishing, once the primary economic activity for most island residents, steadily declined due to overfishing and widespread illegal fishing practices.
Ndi musajja mulimi, muvubi, mulunzi. Ate ndi mulimi wa miti awamu n'emmwanyi. Buli lwembeera nsimba ebintu ebyo nsimbiramu ebitooke olw'okuba nti sikkiriza kugenda kugula mmere ng'ate tulina ettaka. Nagenda okufuna ebitundu byenzize ngula ng'ogula ab'omuceere bamaze okusalawo emiti gyonna egisinga obungi, nengezaako okwogerezeganya n'omulimisa wa disitulikiti ya Mukono, Mwami Obedi Nsubuga, najja nga nkwatirako wennemereddwa mu kugula nampaayo ku miti omuli mahogany, emikibu, emikusu wamu n'emisizi. Era tageti yange yakusimba emiti egisukka mu 100. Nti emiti bwe gibeerawo empewo eva mu nnyanja tekosa butonde bwansi, ebeera eyita mu miti, ebitooke byaffe ne bitasiguka, enkuba n'ebeera ng'ekomawo ku Koome n'etonnyanga bwe yatonnyanga edda.
In 2011, the forest cover was there. I think it was about 80%. But now things changed when the army took over the lakes and the fishermen tried to invade in the forests to grow rice. As a challenge from what happened in the waters. Another challenge was that there's a problem of settlement. You know, in the Koome was a forest area. But now when people, you know, when one person comes and gets land in Koome, he brings more people. That land is there. So settlement was also a challenge somewhere in the landing sites.
According to Obedi Nsubuga, Programs Manager at Hope for Nature, many people who previously depended solely on fishing were forced to seek alternative sources. A result as a significant number turned to activities that placed even greater pressure on the environment, including timber harvesting, charcoal production, firewood collection, and the sale of tree logs.
As we already know, that deforestation, charcoal burning, wood cutting, firewood, and expansion for agriculture are the main causes of deforestation in most parts of Uganda, more especially in Koome Islands.
Agricultural expansion has also contributed to forest loss. Rice cultivation, in particular, has become a major driver of deforestation, with farmers clearing large tracts of forest land. In many cases, trees are first cut down and converted into charcoal before the land is prepared for cultivation. Charcoal production, timber harvesting, agricultural expansion, and settlement development have led to widespread deforestation and habitat degradation. Forests that once covered large sections of the island are steadily disappearing.
Where we are now, we are in a rice garden. All the trees have been cleared, and the trees which have been cleared, most of them are medicinal, rare, and highly threatened trees, which in most cases you don't find them elsewhere in Uganda apart from Koome and probably in Kalangala, the two islands. Few of them can be found in Koome District. So you can see that they deforested all this place, which is near, almost in the buffer of the lake, to plant rice. That's why this project of restoring threatened and rare species in Koome is targeting to address such issues, whereby now we are promoting agroforestry. If you clear land, please, we encourage to replant trees, especially the rare and threatened species, with your crops. Agroforestry, it is the only way to go, because Uganda has an exponential population growth, and the pressure on land, the pressure on forests, the pressure on wildlife is always increasing day by day.
The consequences are becoming increasingly visible: declining biodiversity, soil erosion, reduced water quality, and growing vulnerability to climate change.
What is in my hands here is a charcoal. Charcoal is produced through cutting trees, through combustion, then you get charcoal. Charcoal looks like coal. For the people in Europe, this is like coal. It is used for cooking. It is one of the major fuel sources which is used in urban places in Uganda. This is one of the major causes of deforestation in Uganda, because they have to cut trees regardless of its species, regardless of its conservation status. They have to cut in order to survive. Each bag here you see goes for around 40,000 Uganda shillings. That's about 10 euro. And because the trees are almost done in most parts of Uganda, charcoal is very high on demand. And charcoal is very necessary. That's why probably in the future we would invite and urge other conservationists and funding organizations to come up with options like making biogas, making charcoal briquettes, in order to save our trees.
Among the most affected are several rare and threatened indigenous tree species that are rapidly declining across the islands. These include African Mahogany, Prunus africana, Afzelia africana, Guarea cedrata, and Uvariodendron magnificum. Each of these species play a vital ecological role while providing important economic and social benefits to local communities.
People in Uganda cannot live without charcoal. The people who cut the trees need to survive. So they need to balance between conserving the forests, conserving the environment, and also providing livelihoods for people
who are engaged in such kind of business.
The loss of these trees would represent not only an ecological tragedy, but also the loss of valuable natural resources for future generations.
And because of what we have been telling the community, through community engagements, through community trainings, now some forests are returning. That is regeneration of the forests which were cut.
Despite the challenges, hope is taking root across islands of Koome. Through dedicated restoration efforts, Hope for Nature is working alongside local communities to bring indigenous forests back to life. At the heart of this initiative are indigenous tree nurseries established to propagate rare and threatened species.
So we hope that with continuous efforts in working with the community to restore the forests, to plant trees, we can achieve more forests on Koome Islands.
Subuga also highlights the project's agroforestry component, where farmers receive seedlings of threatened tree species to intercrop within their gardens and farms.
Mr. Geoffrey Serwadda, one of our beneficiaries in the project of restoring critically endangered and threatened species on Koome. He has quite many, over about 200 trees, lovoa trees, to guard the lake as a lake buffer zone, to be able to protect the fish breeding areas and also to help the ecosystem in Koome Islands, which is a very rare and unique wildlife place in Uganda. This is Kaya. It is highly threatened. It is an island tree. It can mostly be found in Sese, Kalangala District, and the Koome Islands. So we are going to restore this Kaya, a highly threatened and rare tree species in Koome Islands in the middle of Lake Victoria. In Uganda, this tree is called the Omukusu. It is in the family of mahogany. It is a habitat to many wildlife species, including birds and other monkeys. It is very highly priced in terms of timber. It produces timber. It also it works as a soil, a nutrient pump. It extracts minerals away deep in the soil, and when its leaves fall, it brings soil fertility on the ground. It also has some parts which can work during boat manufacturing on the islands.
Other farmers are integrating threatened tree species into fruit orchards and mixed agroforestry systems. The project promotes science-based restoration practices while empowering local communities with the knowledge and skills needed for long-term conservation.
We are standing in a hash avocado plantation. They have a high export market, especially to the European market, and we are also promoting hash avocado on Koome Islands as an alternative income for the farmers. Most of the people or the community in Koome has been dependent on the lake. They have been fishermen and working in the fish value chain, but the lake has been depleted. So people are looking for alternative livelihoods on how to survive and also generate income. So part of our work as Hope for Nature is to promote hash avocado because it has a very good market. A kilo of hash avocado now is between 3,000 to 4,000. We have organized about over 100 farmers who are producing ash avocados. These farmers, if they bulk their avocados, it will be enough to generate exportable quantities from Koome directly to Entebbe Airport. We are planning to make an association of ash avocado farmers, which will have about 100 farmers with an acreage of about 400 acres. So we hope that it will generate and create employment, because when farmers or when the community has an income, the pressure on the lake is reduced, and the pressure to cut trees for income is also reduced or minimized.
Project establish 1 hectare field seed bank to conserve threatened tree species for future seed production. Partnership with local leaders, schools, community groups, and environmental stakeholders are strengthening the collective action across the islands.
We have Peter Biakatonda, a primary 5 student. We are trying to train him to become one of our future conservationists. Peter will not be able to deforestate if he has participated in this tree planting.
Nina myaka 10 tusimba emiti okuuma obutonde bw'ensi. Emiti abamu bagijjamu embaawo, bagijjamu eddagala, ebinyonyi bibeera okwo, n'ebisolo by'omunsiko bibeera omwo obutasemberera abantu.
This tree will be named Peter, and he has promised to see it growing. So by the time it matures, he will also be a mature person, but a mature person telling other people to plant trees so that they can cut them in the future when they participated in this planting. Thank you, Peter.
The success of restoring efforts depends on people across Koome, farmers, youth groups, women's association, and local leaders are becoming champions of conservation. During our journey across the main island, we encountered several young forests planted only a few years ago. Today, they are thriving and steadily transforming the landscape. In the future, these restored forests could also support ecotourism activities such as nature walks, hiking, bird watching, and camping. Their commitment demonstrated the power of local stewardship in safeguarding natural resources for generations to come. Restoring indigenous trees delivers benefits that extend far beyond the forest itself. Earth forests provides habitat for wildlife and help restore biodiversity. They capture and store carbon, helping communities adapt to growing impacts of climate change. The roots stabilize soils, reduce erosion, and protect water sources. For local households, restoration also creates new livelihood opportunities through beekeeping, agroforestry, and sustainable natural resource management. The journey towards restoration is not without challenges. Limited funding, transportation constraints, and the geographical isolation of island communities make conservation work demanding. Illegal tree cutting and ongoing land use change continue to threaten restoration gains. Yet the opportunities are immense. Lessons learned in Koome can serve as a model for restoring degraded landscapes across other islands of Lake Victoria and beyond. Hope for Nature envisions a future where indigenous forests once again flourish across Koome Sub-county, a future where rare and threatened tree species are protected, communities thrive alongside nature, and restored ecosystems provide lasting benefits for generations to come. The restoration of Koome Forest is more than just an environmental project. It's an investment in biodiversity, climate resilience, sustainable livelihood, and future of Uganda's natural heritage. Together, we can protect rare and threatened tree species and ensure that these islands remain a sanctuary of both nature and people. The future of Koome Islands lies in growing one indigenous tree at a time.